All right, now, everybody. Quiet, listen to me. We're going to start a show. Now, some of you people have been with me before. You know it's going to be a tough grind, but we're going to have a show.
And hello, everybody, the Memorial Day crowd, my favorite crowd, all on vacation. School is out. Jobs are all on hold. I love it. Great to have you all with us. Kim, you recognize her
Kim,
from many days working in that news person's chair, covering all the news that persons cover. And myself, I'm incognito today, and it's not because of any sort of like altered state.
Where are my weed smokers at?
I'm not.
Are you like getting ready for the barbecue later? You're
I'm
gonna
not
hang out by the pool? What's happening
I feel
to you?
fine.
Morning.
My credibility glasses are missing. They are missing. I don't know where they are.
What?
I only
What
have one
happened?
pair, and so I need these prescription glasses.
Didn't you
to be
just
able
pay
to
like
see.
$8,000 for those credibility
Yes,
glasses?
the credibility glasses cost me so much money. I don't know what to do.
What is going on?
I
You
don't
have
know what to do.
Okay, where were you the last time you saw them?
Exactly. Where was I the last time I saw them? I think this morning was the last time I saw them. I didn't think, but it's possible that I did bring them to the car dealership. We just got a new beater car, so I mean, really, that's another story. I could maybe tell it now or tell it. It's not a. I'll tell the Reader's Digest version. Do they still have Reader's Digest, Kim, or not?
I don't know. I'll look it up. Go ahead. Carry on.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, while you check that,
Google it.
I do.
Talk amongst yourselves.
We needed a second vehicle. We were a one vehicle family. All right. So I needed a second car. So we go to. But I just want a beater car. Something. Courtney can have the nice car. I'll just take the beater car. You know, the one that can just go down to Walmart and to lunch. And I don't need very few places am I going anymore now that my life is dedicated to this program. So we ended up with a little Nissan Leaf. Yeah, got a little Nissan Leaf. It's used, or as they say, previously owned, and now we are adding our names to the ownership list on this. But we feel it was weird. Like, I wanted a real beater car where you just spend almost nothing.
What's almost nothing? Like $5,000, $10,000?
No, less than $5,000 was my number. Okay.
What kind of? So it's not even going to be reliable then. Your beater car is like at risk of.
That's the thing.
Conking out on the side of the road.
You live up there in Sonoma County,
I don't know
or
what kind of beater car you're thinking. Have you
Marin,
seen
Sonoma.
the prices of cars lately?
Oh my
Come
God!
on.
You people, you can't understand what it's like to be an American anymore, a normal American, because you guys in Sonoma and Marin, you just spend their life is such a big bang in life.
You can buy a Movado watch in sale.
Exactly.
I mean, there's a beater car, and then there's a beater car.
Look, for less than $5,000, I can get the car that gets me to, here and there, whatever. I didn't even want a second car. Okay. Yeah. So she, of course, she was totally on board with it. Courtney was totally cool with it. So she goes with me to the dealership, and I don't think I brought my glasses there. But, I had these glasses because these are prescription sunglasses. So I'm wearing these sunglasses. I go there. I don't think I have the glasses with me, and I don't. Now we can't find those, and now we think I might have left them in one of the many cars that we test drove.
Did you take the glasses off in order to put the sunglasses on while you were in the car?
No. I'm telling you, I kind of remember. I don't know what's going on here. Something weird is going on. It's possible. Now, stay with me on this. But is it possible that my normal glasses have fallen into some kind of alternate dimension? Do you think that there is a spatial dimension that we're not aware of?
Emil Schaffhausen.
Dr. Schaffhausen did.
The only other spatial dimension I know about is in the dryer where socks disappear. So that's the only other one. Which, by the way, Reader's Digest is still in existence. Look at that. Yeah. As a matter of fact, you can subscribe. So I don't know if it's available in large print for the older folks And, now that your glasses are gone, you might need that. I'm
Indeed.
just saying. I mean, no offense.
Yeah, I don't look down my nose at people who want bigger font.
I don't know if you can get it in hand anymore, or if it's just an online deal, though.
I think it's a digital thing.
Kim, how are you?
Well, we ought to maybe research that, Kim.
Google it.
I mean, as long as you started down this. Anyway, we have a car. We spent more money than we wanted to.
Okay.
And the reason we did was because, of that emotional connection that Courtney felt to this car. So, and I so didn't care, but I really just wanted to get in and out of there for so little money. Because my feeling was the less money you spend, the less emotionally connected you are to it. So if something happens and, the car only lasts a year or whatever, fine, whatever, But
What color is it? Is it a cute color?
It is a cute color. It's a blue.
Oh,
and,
nice.
I thought of, it needs a name, my car, because it's that kind of car. It's got a blue, it's got some personality. It's a little Nissan Leaf. We'll take a picture of it and
is it a dark blue or a light blue?
It is a kind of darkish blue, I guess.
Maybe midnight.
No, that may be a little too sexy a title for the
Nissan Leaf.
I was thinking more like Betty Lou or something like that.
Oh.
You know what I mean? I was thinking more in terms of a name like that. But
you could color Betty blue.
Betty Blue.
There you go.
That's not that. It's what that.
Ooh, it's a wild idea, but it just might work.
It really might work. It
Okay.
really might work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is our Memorial Day show, but it's not a show. It's just a few minutes we're greeting you with, and
The Mark Thompson Show.
Memorial Day is really odd, like so many things in this country, and it's a holiday for fallen heroes.
Yeah.
And for the men and women who've made, the most brutal and greatest sacrifice, right? And yet, like all things, it's been absorbed in large measure into the commercialism of America. And I'm not making a speech about how awful that is, because that is just the world we live in. I know there are those of you who are devout Christians probably who lament the fact that Christmas is no longer really associated with your Savior. It's now been absorbed into the commercialism and whatever. And there are a bunch of other examples like that. And then there all one can say, Labor Day has completely changed from what it was originally. I think history, particularly over the last 30 years, is replete with examples of us doing things that in a way undercut the power of this day and the commemorization, or the way in which we commemorate so many who have lost their lives, in this supreme sacrifice for America. And America hasn't always been on the right side of so many things that have cost so many people their lives. And I think we put that aside for the day and we just recognize the supreme sacrifice that is made not only by those who have lost their lives, but by the families of those who have lost their lives. So Memorial Day, significant, even as picnics and parties and sales and, go down during this Memorial Day weekend. It's the Memorial Day weekend kickoff summer sale. It's just
between the cars and the mattresses, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, you kind of lose it in the lights a little bit. But I'm thinking, even as we have a picture of a soldier walking through the many graves there, I think of how those things that we've done expressly to memorialize those we've lost are living in a world of controversy. I don't know how many of you remember the Vietnam Memorial in Washington, D.C., and the controversy around it. If you remember that controversy, you'll remember that, honestly, the controversy was, one of the most American things ever, in that everybody was tearing each other up publicly about what it should be, what it should look like. The designer of the memorial had a vision for it that many disagreed with. It was an unconventional vision that she had. And I remember just one thing that was controversial was the names. You know, the names of those who've lost their lives are all there inscribed in the memorial. And it was thought at the time, and this is part of the controversy, that it would be a chronology, and that is the way it is done, okay? So when these courageous men and women, many of whom were swept up in this awful decision that this country made to go to Vietnam, when they lost their lives, that moment is frozen in their family's history, and it's part of the inscription that is there on that memorial, meaning that wall is names, and those names are gathered in a chronology that matches the war. Mm-hmm. The reason that's important is there was controversy at the time about, well, these people will never be able to find the family name. It's not in alphabetical order the way a lot of them are. It turned out to be the most touching way, and of course the most powerful way that many found those that they served with, family members. It was and continues to be one of the most visited monuments in Washington, D.C. You know, I grew up in Washington, D.C. I know a little bit of where people congregate, people who are new to town, people who are coming to town. And this is a don't miss it memorial.
When my daughter went to Washington, D.C. at the end of 8th grade last year, she visited this memorial, and she said it was really powerful because you had people there that were walking up to the memorial, finding names, and then rubbing the like a charcoal or some type of pen over, or ink or pencil over the name so they could have that name on piece of paper. And you know, there were people telling stories about the loved ones that they were finding on the wall. She said it was one of the most emotional experiences she had. This and the Holocaust Museum. So,
and those are two of the most frequented spots in all of Washington. So I just know that we fall short, I think, in remembering those that make these supreme sacrifices. I think we also fall short, and I don't mean to be too critical. It's great that we have a day that, as I say, is designed anyway to give us a pause and reflection and memorialize those who've made this sacrifice. But I think it's sad that oftentimes we never find the real reasons that many who have fallen in theaters of war or in battle or in service, even in peacetime, we never find out the real reasons they lost their lives. There's an effort, and I could, go chapter and verse on this, to cover up oftentimes bad decision-making. I'm talking about bad decision-making to the point that you cost people's lives. I mean, look at one of the greatest documentaries ever made, the Pat Tillman story. Just watch it. This is a heroic man in so many different ways.
Gave up a career in the NFL to serve his country after 9/11, right?
He was a superstar in the NFL.
Absolutely.
Okay, he was a star NFL player. It wasn't like he was going to maybe realize some potential. He was already there. Gave it up after 9/11, as so many did. And then his death was co-opted by the government and used as a recruitment tool. And the cause of his death, which was friendly fire, was covered up to the point that you must see the film to really understand, to the point that it takes a kind of a special kind of loathsome disregard for fact to somehow trade on this guy's name and deny how he lost his life. So I'm saying, these facts live alongside the clear facts of loss in battle and many of the other theaters of war that so many heroic Americans have found themselves. If that's grammatically correct, in which so many have found themselves. I don't know. In any case, you get the idea. Here it is, a holiday. We try to at least honor their memories in some way, but also enjoy time with families, friends, and those who are dear to us. So in that spirit, you are dear to us, of course. I put on my Memorial Day
sunglasses.
Yeah, baby, you got to kick it a little bit.
Don't give me as much credibility. I just can't.
No, they don't. There's
The Mark Thompson Show.
There's credibility under these glasses, but you got to go down deep to find it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know, Kim.
Do you feel it? It's the Mark Thompson Show.
We're gonna wrap up, Kim, but not before a little jam-mola. Did Nikki do a show today? What did she do?
Yeah, did a little talked about Trump and this and that.
But you didn't do a live show. You didn't do a live show.
No, it's recorded. But I'm going to do a live after party.
I think you know what the problem is just as well as I do.
That's pretty cool. She's doing a live after party, everybody. Yeah.
I offer this sincere apology to you today.
Yeah, right, baby. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No context will suffice to explain the hurt and anguish caused by my words.
Calling me a liar. Is that what you're calling me?
You are a cover-up artist and you are a liar.
I did everything right and they indicted me.
Joe Fish, Sal the Shoemaker, Joe Box, and Little Anthony.
What Joe Box is doing today? That's a good question.
I don't think you should apologize for how you feel.
Smash it with your iron rod.
Yeah.
What's a guilty pleasure you have?
Yeah, baby. Right here with you, Larry.
Can you let him finish, sir?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Why are you yelling?
It's fantastic.
I've never heard this. I've never heard this jam before.
Did you really just do that?
Yeah. I never heard that jam before, Kim. I kind of like that jam.
That was
you know
good.
What I mean?
That was good stuff.
What can you tell us about the scene?
It's Memorial Day, Larry. We're just kind of throwing to farewell. Anything else, Kim?
No.
What happened on the Nikki Maduro show? Maybe I have some stuff I can work off of that.
You know what I wanted to tell you is that Nikki has shown herself to be kind of a badass. Her parents' alarm went off at their house, like a burglar alarm, and this is at night. So she and a friend go over, and the door is unlocked, and she opens the door and sees the alarm hanging off the wall.
Oh, my God.
I know. So she yells, "Police!" Because she's trying to think. I'm thinking, oh my God, don't go in. But anyway, there was some drama there, but she's fine and everything's fine. Nothing was
That's
taken.
That's a lot of drama.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what is everything okay? Hello?
Yeah, I didn't know. Are you recording?
We're recording right now.
Yeah.
What's the problem? Is everything okay?
Nothing.
She found your glasses.
Did you find the glasses or not?
No, but there are no back headrests in the back of the car.
Oh, okay. All right. Now she's found something she doesn't like in the car.
No, I'm just saying I don't want him to screw us because it's $300 to replace that.
Okay. Well, you may want to jump on to
take
the
it right back.
This is I mean, we've bought the car. There's nothing more we can do. So
that's not true. You have a certain number of days to take it back.
Actually, we do have a cooling off period or something.
The headrests are not in there.
Yeah.
So we need those.
Okay. So we'll get them. Okay, honey. Yeah. Okay. Oh my God.
What can you tell us about the scene?
It's not looking good, Larry. The car we were in love with. She's not in love with it anymore.
Uh-oh, that was a short love story.
Oh, my God.
The affair was brief and yet torrid.
No.
Wow.
So last night,
Yeah.
helicopters overhead.
Over your house?
Right over, close, like hovering the house. Turns out there was
It was the airship. They've called out the airship.
They did have the airship.
Oh, no.
It was in the house 5 doors away. An armed break-in.
Whoa.
What do they call it? Isn't there a term for it?
Home invasion?
Yeah, home invasion. That's what they call it. Yeah, invasion is one of those words.
Where like the residents were home at the time?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, scary.
I called 911 and there were cops responding. Code 3. Do you know what code 3 means, Kim?
That means in a hell of a hurry.
That was a very good fake as to
Code 3
when you
means
don't know
we
it.
got to get there. We got to get there now. There's imminent life in danger, right?
Do I award points for that?
You do.
I don't think. I mean, no.
Like if you were in a hospital, that'd be a code blue.
No. Where is no?
No,
I'll take
No. Code 3 is lights and sirens. Okay, everybody? Thank you.
That's a hell of a hurry.
No, because they're driving in a hell of a hurry with just lights, no siren. That can oftentimes be when they're driving just as fast.
They're in a hurry with just lights. With lights and sirens, it's a hell of a hurry.
Yeah, I'm
see what
sorry,
I'm saying?
Kim. Yeah, I'm serious. The more I see, the more I realize that you are completely full of S.
Kim, how are
Is that
you?
how it goes here?
Anyway, they
this is
responded
going.
code 3 is the point, Kim. Lights and sirens for the next quiz, you'll know.
Right.
And we haven't heard anything more. But I'm
Right
telling
now,
you, it's no
all the
fun.
police
hearing
officers watching are like, she's totally right. Yeah, that's a hell of a hurry. That's
a hell of a hurry. That's why I was considering awarding points. But they're always in a hell of a hurry when they're responding to something. But lights and sirens and lights only, those are two driving at the same speed, closing at the same speed, but not, Let's not belabor this. Oh my God.
So is everybody
Y'all
okay?
can all go to hell, and I'm going back to Texas.
Yeah,
is everyone all right down the street?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything more.
Did you all come out of your houses and gawk at what was going on there?
Yeah, it's not that kind of neighborhood,
I thought you lived in a hoity-toity place.
I thought so too, but it's
what's going on in your neighborhood?
No. Apparently, it is not as it's all hoity and no toity. I mean,
perhaps
it really. Yeah.
The night that you guys heard noises and the airship, situation, perhaps that night there may have been people lurking there too, and it was good that you guys, dealt with it.
Well,
right?
I love that you have a narrative. It's always great. Kim has a narrative. Always.
It hasn't been too long since the night you heard noises, and now the night the neighbors get robbed at gunpoint.
I don't know, Kim.
Just saying.
The way you tell it, Kim, it's scary.
Right. And now your glasses are missing.
I'm not going to have my glasses to be able to.
You won't even be able to see what's going on. They'll have a gun waving around. You won't even know.
We love all of our supporters of this show, and we will scroll their names at the end of this show because even though it's not really a show, it's a greeting. It's fresh content greeting. You get to hear a little bit of a Memorial Day greeting and off-the-cuff sort of reflections. But anyway, what I wanted to mention is that we will again roll everybody's name because I'm so grateful. So grateful for all the support.
That's after this amazing interview coming up, right? You don't want the names now.
Well, I think we're bumping the interview. It was that good, actually. We felt that we wanted to promote it. Yeah, so I want the names now, believe it or not. So
I'm Shadow Stevens for the Mark Thompson Show.
This is really it.
Bye-bye.
This is really it. So you'll have time to reflect on some of our videos and then over to the after party later. Until then, bye-bye.